es decir, son exclusivos. Si más adelante, o sea, por ejemplo, el fin de semana, a los 3 minutos, son 30 pips. Claro. Sí.
Hello, hello, good morning. We are back with another New York session looking for sells here on GBP JPY. See here. I have a sell position in GJ. My stop is above the previous 30-minute candle, and the trend is down, so we're going to target this area down over here around 134 to 30. Looks good. All right, let's
What's up, bro?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, you?
Very good.
You DJ right now?
Yes.
Nice.
Four hours bearish, 1 hour is bearish. The 30-minute was bearish, came up, kind of like, created kind of closed bullish. This one closed bearish. So anticipating this current candle to continue moving down.
Yes, sir.
We live.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Take a look at
Your DJ sell.
yes. $382, $420. Gold is creating support. Continue to move up.
I have a wick on my MT4. Do you have a wick on there?
On MT4?
On the left. It's like a long wick down.
Which time frame?
15, 30 hour. They're all like long ass wicks.
No.
No? It's weird.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
What's going on, Matt?
Sure, man.
I think it's ranging.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be my first loss here for the week here. If it hits the stop loss.
I actually had the same trade, and I actually closed early though before it hit my stop loss.
I was actually looking at the same trade, but I want to push up some more at that top line that you got.
Yeah, once it created that support here and it didn't break, I was like, I'm out. This one here. Yeah, a lot of people took the same trade, I realized. Yeah, even if the this current 15-minute closes below that, I don't know. It's gonna be really hard.
I think it should be good.
Yeah, it's okay because I got a stop loss here and I got a target right over here, so either one will hit. I mean, it's fine.
That zone is really strong, though. That one right there, 134. 350.
All right, let's take a note. We got unemployment claims coming up at 8:30. Man, this will be bad. This will. You know, the last time when these numbers came out, 4 states that didn't file their unemployment claims. 4 states.
Was that a fact?
Yeah.
Oh, you Google that information, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It was all over the news too. Ohio.
Okay,
There was another state. Mississippi? No, Mississippi's not a state.
Mississippi?
Well,
Yeah.
technically, you know why technically now thinking about it, why they didn't file, because their system's been, I know in my state, the system is lagging so bad that people can't even put their claim in.
Oh wow.
Yeah, same in New York.
So those numbers are technically higher than what it is.
Yep, exactly. It's going to be pretty bad.
Yeah.
Let's see. They're expecting 5 million. Last time it was 6 million. Man, it's just too bad.
Imagine New York with so many people.
Yeah.
And that number is gonna go up because Walt Disney last week furloughed all their workers. So you're talking about, I think it's like close to like 46,000 claims or something that's gonna be added to it, or probably more.
So,
Yeah.
the two
Yeah.
parts. Chris, you here?
Hmm?
Oh yeah, I see it. Chris, you remember the trade that I had set up on London?
Morning.
Hey, good morning.
Look at the chat and look at the trade now. It did not work out. It looks so clean.
Oh, I got stopped out right over here. I got stopped out.
It just aces early.
Wow. We all took the same trade. We all took it like a champ, and we all lost like a champ.
No, Mac. No, nobody. Not people took the same trade.
Oh, Max back.
Morning, guys. Good morning.
Morning. Yeah, I mean, if you look on the 4-hour here, the 4-hour candles kind of like came up but formed resistance here. Let's just do a fresh analysis here. So 4-hour created some sort of a resistance here, and now this candle is forming like this. So now we got to take a look at it in more detail, what's happening in this area, because if it starts to come down, it should come down to 133.850, which is also the daily wick fill. So now looking on the 1 hour, 1 hour is making lower highs, lower lows. It's kind of respecting this area, 134.400 right here. So if I go down to the 30-minute chart, on the 30-minute is still, now 30-minute is consolidating below this previous resistance. No, support turn resistance, right? So if this level holds, I think a break of this low, we should continue moving down to at least 134, 150, and then continuing down to the daily wick fill. So that's what I'm looking for here. But if we start closing above 134.400, then obviously we're going to start to look for buys going up to 134.700. So yeah, I guess I'm going to give my trade a second chance. Once the 15-minute starts to break the lows right here around 134, 300, 320. Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Sounds good.
Just a little early.
Yeah. So I'm not going to shy away from taking another entry. I think my stop was too tight. That's it.
I'm looking at gold buys.
Same.
Gold spread is starting to tighten up.
Right.
Well, is that you, Monty, looking for gold buys also?
Yeah, I've got some already, mate. But I closed one from. I took a really early entry at 17.14 last night,
Okay.
and I closed that midway up that range. There was options to take buys above kind of. Where was it? I can't see where it was now.
Alright, what's this chart here? DJ, strong support. Yes, I'm looking same thing here. Small target, breaks, then further down. Yes, sir. What's this? Oh, nice. Same targets. Mississippi is not a state yet. Yeah, I'm still learning about the geography of the US. Oh.
Shoot, you know most Americans.
Oh, it looks like your gold buys are gonna go straight to 1730.
I like the daily and the week, the daily and the 4 hourly now.
Yeah, 4 hour got clean candles to the left.
If we get above there, I think we're going to go a lot more. To be honest, we had a whole day of range, didn't we? Consolidation. If it breaks out, I think it'd be quite a big break. Plus, we've got news today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got news there too, and they're expecting bad news.
So I sort of thinking if I can stay in before that, same as yesterday. Thing is, we got the news yesterday, and nothing really happened, right? So we'll see.
Check my analysis before I do something wrong. Okay, let's take a look here. Retest the broken area, candle makes low highs, lower lows, next support. Yeah, I mean, it's good. What I'm basically looking for is I'm looking for the next 15 minute to break the low of this current 15 minute, and then I'm going to take a sell. I'll give my trade a second chance at that point. I'm going to wait for that. So around 134, 310, 314. Yeah. short once candle closes below 117,100. Yep, looks good. It's kind of like GJ here.
Hey, Chris.
Oh,
Oh, that's a big screen. Man, that's like... waiting for break. TP1 for buys. TP2. Oh my God, Stefanos. TP1, yeah, looks good. Zones are good. The one thing is that the zones are lined up nicely. So I'm thinking the green lines are your high time frame lines, just to guide your eyes. Yeah, that's good. Alright, 15-minute candle closed like a doji. The 30-minute candle is still open. It hasn't closed yet. So if this 15-minute breaks the low of the previous 15-minute, I'm going to enter sells again. Looks like gold is on its way on the 15-minute chart. $35. Oh wow, more than 1,000 Hong Kong homeowners to see loans receive value of property. Yeah, this is what's gonna happen in Canada and the US as well. That the loans people are getting now to buy homes, they're gonna exceed the value of the property. You know, once this unemployment thing really hits the fan and people are forced to sell homes at lower costs, man, it's gonna be bad. It's another thing if you get $1 million mortgage from the bank and the value of the property comes down to like $800,000, like $850. But I think owning homes is like a long-term investment because the value of land always goes up. What's it? Nasdaq, 30-minute candle above resistance, looking for long opportunities. Yeah, I think longer opportunities are going to be pretty good on this pair going up to this area here. Next resistance.
Gold's trying to make a high. Which breaks out.
Yeah. Yeah, like the number one thing you need to really think about when you're taking a trade is to identify where your stop loss is going to be. So if you're trying to take a trade on gold, I think you're looking at a stop aggressive, like around 1724.80, safe stop around 1723. Yeah. Safe stop I say because that's going to be, oh wow, it's going to be below the 30-minute candle. This thing pulled back quick, man.
Quick. That was like 10 pips.
Yeah. Yeah, because when I entered GJ, my stop was above the bearish candle, and when price came up on my MetaTrader, the spread took me out. So now, I'm just kind of like waiting here. We got charts coming in. It's pretty good. When people send charts, they're like signals, free signals. Look at this signal here. Took a trade here and got stopped out. Yeah, I got stopped out too. Price made a low, then came back to the zone, entered a 15-minute break low for structure. Oh, nice. I think you should maybe lower down your stop and see where these prices go down.
Yeah, my first one in London got stopped out.
Yeah. How do you identify where to put?
Better.
Yeah, no, it's true. Should be better. What's this chart? GJ, if it breaks 134, 500. Oh, hold on. We got. I think this can be. See, if this was a 4 hour, notice how it's not on the chart. So I think if you lower it down to. If you kind of like lower it down to this area, it'll be much neater. Yeah, I think it'll be much neater because then you're encompassing this area here to the left, and it makes sense with the widths over here. And if you break above, then we go up. If you break below, we go down. Ooh, we're back up now. See now, when you're identifying take profit areas, you're looking left, right? You look left, you're like, okay, well, like, you know, we're breaking above this resistance here, we're breaking above this resistance here. So then you start to look at, okay, where's the next resistance? So you look left, clean candles, clean candles, clean candles. So maybe this area here is going to be some sort of an area where price may come up and then starts to reject it. So that's your take profit target. One mistake people make is like they'll have take profit at, let's say, oh yeah, I'm gonna put take profit at 1730. That's awesome, you know, but you need to understand like sometimes price is not gonna come all the way up to, you know, the top of your line, wherever you might have. So maybe having profit targets below that, like a couple of pips below, would really help you a lot. Yeah, it looks like it's on its way right now.
All right.
And this move was sponsored by Kevon and Monty. Why is GJ a common Forex to trade? It's common in my world because it's all I trade. Oh wow. 33 pips. Damn.
Jeez.
Is it safe to enter gold now? I think you should just.
Oh, jeez.
Gold has already moved. Is it safe to enter gold now? I think we did a complete breakdown. Stop loss will be above the 30-minute candle. Yeah, I think all pound pairs are at the very bottom, trying to drop or something. Oof, reached 1730. And actually, the spreads on gold weren't too bad either. They're like 3 pips, 4 pips. Wow, if we break above, we're going to 1732. Could be a fake out on gold. I think thinking like that it could be this, it could be that, that's a very bad thinking to have. Because it's not a fake out if it's not a fake out.
I'm up 30 pips.
Very nice.
I'm gonna start scaling out and try to get the pullback. Ooh, sweet.
Damn. Look at this 5-minute candle. Just trucked up 44 pips.
$15 pip spread. Damn.
GJ candle's about to close. It's closing bullish. Seems like it's closing above this area here, 134,400. Yeah, let's just wait and see. 5 more minutes. Took this entry, Asian stop loss is tight, bounced off. This is this smart entry, would wait for break and retest. Yeah, this looks good. But thinks now it's kind of like closing above that area. Have to wait and see how this closes. Ted, do you do one-on-one coaching? Ted is not here.
I hope he's watching gold.
Yeah. I've been trailing my stops off the 1 minute.
Yeah, I took another entry at 27 too.
I'm up 40 pips.
It's good work, man.
Damn, nice one.
Pretty cool to see this play out because this is what we were kind of looking at all morning. Like to see if it could break out once we had that kind of pull down to the 20 level again. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like G just closing back in the range. No sells.
Yeah, 4 hour about to turn bullish.
Execute a buy order. It closes here. It's gonna head to 134,600. Or continue this move down from London and continue back to 134,700. Because now we close back in the range. Don't think GJ will drop. I'm in GP CAD longs. Yeah, I don't think so either. Because now, you know, it broke the high of the previous 30-minute candles, closing back in the range. It has a high probability to continue going up to 134,700, correcting this move from London.
Yeah, sweet.
Gold is still pushing.
Wow.
Yep.
Will the USD news at 7:30 make UJ go up? I'm new on using news for trading. I think you shouldn't use news for trading. I mean, because you're gonna lose money most times when you try to trade news, right? And your aim is to make money, not lose money.
Man, that 15-minute candle is ridiculous.
Yeah, this TJ should continue to 134,700 here. Hi, is GJ worth trading in early London session? Well, yes. if you look at the London City
Mhm.
time here, it's
Yeah, man. Well,
Yeah.
not today.
yeah.
To down to 15 minutes. If you look at the 15 minutes down, oh god, no, it's a mess. But no, normally it is very, very much so.
Damn, Chris, I just saw gold.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice.
Cheers, dude. It was coming. It was coming. You just had to wait.
Ian's also flying.
Did it?
Flying
Good.
down.
That was a good question you said earlier, by the way. I've not seen you reply. Actually, I'll go and check.
All right. GJ should continue moving up over here. This is my last trade for the day. And after this trade, I am done for the day.
Where you took buys on GJ?
Yeah. One hour close bullish, closed above support. 30-minute close bullish, close above support. 15-minute also close bullish, close above that consolidation area there. So there's high probability it should continue going up. Man, this could be a day of losses too. So gotta keep that in mind.
You can say this could be a day of losses.
Well, we've been winning all this week, you know, so it's coming.
Yeah, that's scary, like that range you're in right now. Scary.
I'm surprised you didn't take your favorite setup, man.
Who?
You.
What's my favorite setup?
That 30 minutes candle that made the low. I'm surprised you don't wait for it to form a bearish. So this candle closed bearish and take sells.
Yeah, but it
Fill
started
that bottom
to,
range.
Yeah, but that didn't formulate. I mean, if you look and see, like these candles, they closed above.
This could just be a fake out.
These
You know,
areas.
because we're technically on a downtrend.
Yeah, I mean that's fine because yeah, that's fine. Because even if it comes down, it's going to hit my stop. That's the worst that's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
It is what it is. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. It is what it is. I mean, all I look for is when candles are printing in my direction, I'm just like, yeah, there's a higher probability price is going to go that way. And that's the way I've been trading for the last, 2 years, live here every day, calling trades out as I take them. So, I mean, if there are some losses, I mean, that's fine. I have a 70% plus win rate. So 2 losses in a row, it shouldn't really affect anybody.
That is true, unless they're over leveraging.
Oh yeah, unless you're over leveraging.
Hey, Riku, I've got a question.
Yeah.
It's one that Chris and I were discussing this recently as well. Let's say, so I took a trade, obviously, I sent in. The first one I took with a loss. And then I took another one, which worked out. But my question is, if your first trade of the day is a loss, for your second trade, would you close all your positions at like 1-to-1 or whatever, so that you cover essentially, that you'd break even for the day and not leave a runner? Or would you close like your normal position at whatever 10 pips and then leave a runner with the anticipation that it could go further, but if it doesn't and you get stopped at break even, you'll probably be down a little bit for the day?
That's totally up to you. That's totally up to you, how you feel, how confident you are, how much up you are for the week. What are you really expecting it to do? You know, so there are a lot of, like, when you're leaving runners run or like, let's say that this trade also hits in a loss, you know, so so what are you trying to say? Like, if you're already up and it hits your loss, or
So let's say this one, your first trade was a loss.
yeah.
So assume this one wins, but it
Okay.
gets to a level where it would cover all your
Yeah, so you'd end up breaking even
losses
basically
from
after
your
two
first trade.
trades.
Would you? Yeah. So would you close to your second trade at a point where you're like close all your positions so you'd be break even for the day, or would you only close your normal positions and still leave a runner?
Yeah, I'll still leave a runner.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like you said, I think Rakeel just touched on similar to what I said about I'd be looking at my weekly and monthly returns so far and stuff. See where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know, just make sure you're in a good position, I think.
Yeah, because right now, since Asian session, just for example, you know, if this hits my stop, I'm going to be break even for the day, like since Asian.
Yeah.
So like that's my risk. So basically, I'm going to be giving away my gains for the week, no, for the day, but I'm not going to be down for the day. It's just going to be a break even.
Yep.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So it's still kind of house money, really. You see, because you'd still be up for the week or the month or the, you know.
Oh yeah.
You should still be. It's still protecting your overall income, right? Oh, your capital. Sorry, not income.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, no worries. All right, close this. 2 trades. I'm done for the day.
Yeah, Monty, my whole waiting went for a break even.
Happens sometimes, dude.
Yeah, but
Right.
look at this one that I have set up now, which is another sell stop. See if it works.
Mhm.
I posted it on the.
Oh yeah, have a look. Hang on.
What's this? UJ 30 minute. There's no labeling here, so I think you need to send some information, some text, at least something. Because I mean, if you want me to guess, I'm guessing you're looking for sells below this area and expecting price to come down to this level. Yeah, could work. What a shame, TJ. Bias was correct, but maybe too early. Yeah, I think it was too early. The sell I think was planned. I think the buy also made sense here because everything closed above. So yeah, it is what it is.
Is what it is.
Yeah. Basically, $12 in profit for the day. So I'm gonna call it a day over there.
12 is better than negative.
Oh yeah, man.
You
Trust.
can nearly afford some Nutella, man. I can't believe how expensive that is over there.
It's $12.
It's so expensive, dude.
What?
Nutella.
Oh yeah.
Bro, it's too much, man.
Yeah, Nudie Light.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
Wow, it's so expensive.
No, bro, it's so good. Here.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome, but that's so expensive to the stuff we have here.
Let me check in the States to see how much it is.
So
Look at
six.
that, 40 oh, 6-pack. Not
6
bad.
pack is $42.
$42.
Yeah.
That's still like $7 each.
Yeah,
For
so
chocolate.
it is good though.
Well,
So-
It is very good.
well, gotta spend money at some place.
That $12 gonna get you one. You good?
Yeah, 4
Let me
are
see how
$30.
See how much is at Walmart.
No, they don't have this at Walmart.
This is
Oh,
fancy stuff.
This is premium stuff.
This
You have
is
to go to
fancy.
Posh shop, man.
Yeah, this
Oh, the
is
sugar free.
this is big boy stuff right here.
It's the rich man shop.
This
It's
is
the
the
real-
Lambo of Nutellas.
Yeah, this is the Lambo of Nutella.
The Lambo of Nutellas.
Oh, looks like gold is now.
Can you take my chart real quick with you to see if this can work out?
Alright, let's take a look at this. Sell stop below this, yeah. It's good.
Oh wow, never mind. Look at TJ right now. It's wow.
See now the problem I have with this candle is this 30 minutes didn't break the low of the previous 30 minutes.
No.
So it technically it's still bullish. You know. Please see daily time frame GJ wick fills daily. Yes. So here's the thing about that wick fill here, right? So you want this daily wick to fill. For this daily wick to fill, you need price to break below this support 134,300. As long as we don't break below this support, that daily wick is not getting filled. So if you're in a sells expecting the daily wick to fill, just understand the price needs to go below this area, and then price needs to go below this support. You know, so these are like two. This is one barrier, this is the second barrier, and then you have a clean highway going all the way down. But since we are not breaking this support, we're not filling the wick. So it needs to break the support to come down here and then go down to the wick.
Yeah, maybe it's gonna continue up.
Yeah, because if you look, this 30 minute closed above, and then this one didn't break the low of the previous 30 minute. So I mean, there's still chances it's gonna go up to 147,700.
I left my position open.
34.
Because the way I've kind of see it now is if it hits stop loss, it just hits stop loss. So I just accept it. And seems to just hold, like, because the initial analysis I think is correct. I'm holding on to it now because otherwise I just confuse myself going in and out left and right.
You're in bias, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Now that I look at it, like these candles are not even as big as they were like 3 weeks ago. Like for example, this 30-minute candle 3 weeks ago would have been like 40 pips. It's now 30 pips.
Yes.
So that's good. So you could actually increase your lot sizes.
Today, my first day, and already in a loss. You are in a loss because you tried to copy the trade without using your brain, and that's why you don't know why you took that loss. So if you do that, you will always be confused. That's why we always encourage people sending a chart, just like Diego Marinelli sent a chart here. Okay. Oh wow, would this be a good entry even with the small top rate inside the range? Yeah, I think because when this was formulating, we were talking about how, like, you know, a good stop is going to be down over here, aggressive stop is going to be below the 15-minute candle. So that was good because you're expecting the volume in pre-New York and the, like, you know, the New York Open is going to happen in the next 45 minutes. You're expecting those times to really push through these minor zones. And that's what happened because the price of creating support, this broke above, and then, you know, with volume it went up. Let's look at this trade. Once price breaks support, yep, looks good. Can you show your trading view colors? Why are my trading view colors important? I just have them dark so I don't have to look at a bright screen anymore. Do not consider 500 area a small rejection if you look left. Small rejection. Yeah, but I'm going off of the most, the most recent area. So this was the most recent resistance here. Then this candle broke above it, and then you look left. This was a support, and now if price starts to create a support over here, there's a high chance we're going to continue moving up. So then you're expecting volume to break this area and to go up. So, but if you close back down, then we're ranging, and then we're waiting for this low to break. So I'm just looking at the most recent information.
I closed half my position on that buy on the GBJPY buy because the 15-minute was bearish, and then I might re-enter if it hits the top 134.54 around there. If I might add a second entry.
Yeah, it was a little dodgy, innit?
Yeah, mate.
The worst thing someone can do is panic. Is like panic and start taking random trades. That's the worst thing you can do. Because if this was me 3 years ago and I took these 2 losses, I'd be in another trade. I think I'd be in a 4th trade by now. This is what I saw on GJ. Let's take a look here. Looking for buys above this area. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. I think this makes much more sense because if I measure this range, this is 8 pips. And from here to 500, this is a 16, 20 pip range. Yeah, let's go with that. I think it looks much better now than it did before. See, perfect. Yeah, I'm learning every day too. That's something you feel you got over experience taking random trades. Yes, and that came from the realization that if I took 2 losses, then if I take a 3rd trade, then that would be a probability of taking another loss. So then instead of taking 3 losses, why not just call it a day with 2 losses? And then come back the next day.
Roger, were you saying that you would like to sell again if you weren't already 2 losses in?
Yeah, sell below this area here, 134.
Yeah, I was going to say below that area because the way the 15-minute closed, if the high's broken, it looks like it'd be good for buys.
Yeah, exactly. Man, some guy messaged me yesterday, hey, I just got $4,000 from the government. How much of that do you think I should put in my trading account? And I'm like, that's not the reason why the government gave you money. To gamble?
It's not gambling, man. He's taking educational risks.
Fucking educational risk.
But I would tell him go for it. Just make sure his risk management is under control.
Obviously, it's not gonna be.
Yeah, obviously.
Here's the thing, like when they get me, they're like, all right, you know what? This time I'm gonna be disciplined.
That is true also, but if he's asking that type of question, then maybe he just needs to put that money in a savings.
Yes.
Get educated first.
Yes. Put that money in the savings. Get educated. Advice for any new traders. Please don't join these live chats for signals. You cannot trade like that. Use these to learn. Yes. Exactly. Use these to learn.
Risk management.
Man, looks like gold is going to continue its trajectory here.
I'm considering another entry above them two candles, to be honest.
When do you think someone is ready to make the transition from demo to a live trading account? I think you're never ready. You just got to take the leap. Because trading live is so much different than trading demo, man. Trust me. Even, like, you can trade a demo account, like a $10,000 demo account, and have no feelings. And then you can trade a $100 live account and have all kinds of feelings in it. Because that's real money, you know? So that's, yeah, I mean, trading live is so important. How much time did it last till you got mentally strong in your trading? Any books you read? I read Trading in the Zone once and that was about it. I mean, it all comes down to the fact how well you control yourself. I mean, I have my hands crossed here right in front of me because I know I'm not going to take a third trade because this was it. Because if I do take a third trade, then I might risk of having a third loss and then being negative for the day. You know, I'm $12 positive. I'm good. Because think about it. Whenever you're winning a trade, even if you're up by $1, you are like you're ahead of the curve. Like, you know, you did better than 90% of people out there. So,
You're a champion.
Yeah, the champion.
That's what I tell myself.
What's this? CAD, price made a high, price at resistance, confirm support, add to position if possible. Yeah, how big is this range? 163 to 7375, 15 pips. I don't necessarily like it, but I think a better would be above this one here. There's a lot of consolidation here. Even on GJ here, if it comes up in this range, there's some consolidation here, so it might have some issues breaking up. Guys, what are your spread in gold? In my broker, 90 pips. Yes, that is true. My spread on gold right now is, I'll tell you right now, it's 5 pips, 8 pips. Yeah, it range down there, 8 pips, 9 pips.
Rakeel.
Hey.
One question. Why did you close GJ?
Because it was coming close to my stops.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one hit my stop loss, the spread hit my stop.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
this one?
Yeah, the second one came down till here, and then I closed it at 10 pips. Because if it would have gone further, then I would have been negative for the day.
Okay, I get it. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? USD CHF 4 hour. Strong breakout of corrective channel, retest of corrective channel, trying to go up. Yeah, I think if you need this, I mean, you would need 1 hour time frames to create some sort of a support for it to continue bullish, because it seems like creating some sort of resistance over here. Also looking left. Then you got support over here. Your registration The trader's domain is via crypto. Yes. Can you look at the GPCAD chart? Let's take a look here. Okay. What about this chart? Man, your chart needs to be labeled. There's no labeling here. So I'm going to try to guess. I'm guessing you're looking for sells. But I'm also guessing you're looking for buys. Buy entry above this area, target price here. That is correct. That is correct. See the 30-minute candle is about to close. 15-minute candle is closing bullish. If this 15-minute candle breaks the high of the previous one, should continue moving bullish. Will gold go higher? Question mark. I think if this 15-minute candle here on gold closes bullish, then you have a support point. You know, it's not about if gold will go higher, it's about can we anticipate gold going higher. So then you start looking at clues, you know. If a support forms over here on 15 minutes, there's a chance gold's going to continue higher. You know, if that same support is respected by the 30-minute time frame, then the probability of gold going higher becomes much stronger. You know, now if you go to the 1 hour, if the 1 hour starts respecting this area 1729 as support, then gold has a much higher chance of going higher to 1738. That's how kind of like you're looking at things. And it looks like GJ did a liquidity grab, like a deep liquidity grab. Now starting to push.
Yeah, I got me a second position. Let's see how it goes.
Hey, what's this? CPCAD. Looking for buys above this area. Yeah, that looks good. You got clean movement here. I think a trade is going to be a good trade when you are forced to wait.
Yeah, instead of waiting for this 30-minute to close on GJ, it would be best for you to take an entry.
Gold will probably range until NY open. I feel like that too. I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to speculate gold because gold just does its own thing. And when you're going to expect gold to consolidate, it just starts pushing. Poof, 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 poof. You know, plus we also got unemployment claims coming in an hour, so you know that will also affect things. And mind you, if you have positions on gold and you're thinking about having a small stop, like 10 pip stop or like 15-20 pip stop, I think you need to change that really quick because unemployment claims, man, this spread is going to go wild. Right, C Turner, idea for GJ. What's this? Aggressive buys if price closes above this zone. Previous range in Asian, yeah, makes sense. Aggressive sells below this zone. PP for sells. Yeah, I think so. Since now you're looking at it's ranging, you know, now you're expecting to see that okay, if it's ranging, when's going to be the next time when there's going to be volume in the market? So you look at the time, you know, we got 30 minutes left for the New York Open, so maybe that's going to be time when there's going to be some sort of volume in the market. And when there's volume in the market, that's when price breaks zones. I was expecting the pre-New York volume to break below support and go down, and then I was expecting the same time, you know, for it to break up and go up, you know, but it didn't happen. So I exhausted my 2 losses for the day. So my rule is like, if I take 2 losses in a row, I'm done for the day. That's one of my rules. 2 losses, done for the day. Because there's no point in risking, you know, like a third trade and a third loss. Because when you walk into a third loss, then you're walking into overtrading, and that's when your whole day goes to shit. Alright, what's this? Oh, what's going on over here? Ranging shit. 4-hour resistance, TP for buys, 15. Yeah, looks good. Below support looks good. I think above resistance, I think you'd be much better buys above this yellow area because then you have clean candles going up. See, the 15-minute is respecting support on gold. So if you're expecting gold to continue bullish, it needs to respect the previous 15-minute low and then go up. But for more safer buys, the 30-minute would need to break the high of the previous 30-minute to continue pushing up.
GJ did not close above that resistance.
Oh, what's this? I personally don't use this strategy. If you check gold on 15-minute time frame, you can see that gold is reacting to a support, and it's on the fib level in different time frames. So I think it's a sell. Okay. Yep, it's a sell once gold breaks below 1729. Because if you look left, see this was resistance here, and if you look over here, that resistance turns support. So the basic price action says when price breaks above a resistance, it respects this as a support for a probability for it to continue moving bullish. But if it breaks below the support, then obviously it's not going to go bullish. It's going to go down. You know, I'm glad I don't have to take another trade. I'm kind of glad about that. Strong breakout of corrective channel. Oh wow, man. Yeah, I think you need to clean this. Let's clean this chart up here a little bit. USD CHF. Because this is kind of confusing. Because I don't know what corrective channels are, what retests of corrective channels are. No idea what those things mean. So I'm going to try to dumb it down. I'm going to dumb down the USD CHF analysis. So looking at the 4-hour, you have some sort of a probable support. Looking at the 1-hour, it's forming support, and it's in a range. If we break above this area, put it right here, if we break above this area, then there's a high chance to come up to this area here. If we break below this low, then there's a high chance the price comes down to this liquidity area down here. So I think it's in a range. Yeah. It's ranging because candles are printing side by side, just like here in GJ 15-minute. Now it's in a range. So yeah, I think buys would be better above this area here.
Alright, boss, I'm off. Take care.
Alright, boss, take care.
Yeah,
Alright.
take care. Thanks, guys.
Bye, Yazir.
Take care, mate.
Oh, Pave sent a chart. Let's take a look here. Oh, okay, London move, consolidation, pre-New York, just like yesterday before the news. Okay, we saw that yesterday. 15-minute support, sells below the zone. Last 4 candles closing below resistance zone. 15-minute candle closed with one top wick. Retest. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. I think selling GJ would be a much easier trade because there's one clean candle going here, and after this, there's nothing. You know, there's a straight drop. But buying GJ would be a problem because once it comes into this range, then you have all this BS happening to the left hand side. So I
Yep.
think buying would be much harder.
And then just after they got 135 as well, which has been like a reaction point as well.
Yeah.
Which makes it really, really tough.
Because if this is clean, this is super clean down over here. So this is a no-go zone up over here.
Look at them new indicators. Look.
Oh, you can't talk about these, man. Not
Oh,
yet.
sorry. There's a secret one. Sorry,
The
my
secret
bad.
one. Man, I might be talking myself into a sell here.
Preserve that $12, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna save it.
Buy some Nutella.
Yes.
Nutella.
How can I measure pips on gold? This is a question I get all the time, so we're gonna do the caveman measuring over here. So let's say gold is at, for example, 1731.09, and your TP is at 1734, and you want to know how many pips that is. So 1734 minus 1731.09. This is $2.90 multiplied by 10. So these are 29.1 pips. Make sense? Makes sense. Some education.
The way I see it, it's just every dollar is 10 pips.
Yeah, every dollar move on gold is 10 pips. So you see 15 minute, it's respecting the low right here, which means the support, like it's respecting this area support. So the fib levels on the other time frames, they don't make sense so far because this support needs to break for your fib to be correct. Yeah, I think because if you have, let's say, a 50% fib level or whatever, and you think price is going to go down, you have to look at price action, and then you have to understand that, okay, price action has to make sense as well. For that fib level to get respected, you need this support to break, and then you can say, oh yeah, it's reacted to that fib level, and then it's going to go down. But as long as this support holds, man, that it doesn't matter what level it is.
That's the problem, man. When people are using fibs, they're not using it with confluence. They just say, oh, it's at a 0.38. It's a sell or buy, or, you know.
Yeah, man.
Got to use some type of confluence.
Bearish triple cross on GG. Nice. What's this?
Sounds like a WWE move.
If we can break current wicks acting as resistance. Yeah, I think if you can break below the support, it's going to go down. So right now it's just ranging. Got caught in the range. See now the 15 minute broke the high of the previous 15 minute, but it respected the low. So now the probability of it going up becomes higher.
Let's hope so. Be nice, man.
UJ, oh nice, something sells. Good. How did you figure out that GJ was a pair for you? I didn't choose GJ. GJ chose me. Do you ever enter on a retest a little early sometimes? Yes. This morning I entered, I think I entered the sells too early on GJ. Why? I don't know. It just felt like the good thing to do, the right thing to do. How do I get the caveman calculator? Do I need to purchase the confused drunken goat? Yes. You need to purchase the goat indicator first, and then you get the caveman calculator. How do you handle losses? Well, you are looking at me right now handling losses, taking no trades. That's how I handle losses. See, I have 2 losses for this, but I'm chilling. I'm chilling because I knew exactly how much I'm gonna lose. That's the thing. On my second loss, my stop loss was 15 pips, but I closed it at negative 10 pips because I knew if it goes past 10 pips, I'm going to be at, negative for the day. So I'm up $12 for the day. So it's good in profits. I hope this question makes sense. So the zones we create to buy and sell, once they break, would you say those zones work during London market? I think those zones, so you see this zone was created in Asian session and it was broken in London session. So these zones still act in the New York, but then you have to wait and see that where the most recent zones, like if you look at this liquidity zone here, this was created yesterday at London close. So once price breaks this level 134.300 and starts to come down to 134.100 or 134.150, then you can say, oh, okay, that zone from yesterday London open, or London close, sorry, is being respected now. Would you consider GJ to be at a weekly support, also being Thursday, and yesterday's daily being rejection to the closest bullish? Let's take a look here. You know what? Yesterday, when I was looking at GJ, I was telling somebody, man, GJ has 2 days left to close, and you can just expect the weekly candle to go bullish in the last 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Chris? I mean, it just makes sense.
I think we were talking about that yesterday, weren't we? Yep.
Yeah.
It's got so much room to do its thing. Just got to be patient.
But when this daily candle closed bearish, all those hopes of weekly going bullish died down.
Yep.
Because ideally, man, like GJ daily candle closed below this support it made 2 days ago.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So technically, it should.
Good morning.
It should continue moving down. Technically.
Yep. But then when you're in such a range, it's a tough one, isn't it? What's up, T? Sorry, man.
Hey, T.
I need attention, guys. Don't ignore me.
Yeah, they need attention.
Wow. How rude. You made me wait like 5 seconds to say hello there.
You know how it works, and you just interrupt people, man.
How's GJ looking? Okay. Yeah, I was in GJ sales as well, Rakeel. So yeah, but I closed out for like 8 pips loss. Yeah, because then my buys kind of changed to buys. I didn't buy though.
I bought. My buys changed to buys.
Okay, now. But what you're saying there regarding the weekly going bullish, that lines up with fundamentals, because coronavirus in the UK seems to be coming under control, even though we're going to go on lockdown again. And then the Japanese government have said that they're in a recession and announcing a nationwide lockdown. So the yen's getting weaker. So 100%, man. Weekly should go bullish with all those hopes and dreams getting eaten.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the US say they're going to open back up the country.
Yeah.
Good luck. Yeah, I was in gold buys, Rakeel. I closed for like 960 pips profit.
960 pips?
Yeah.
Or 90
so I was
pips.
in from 1722.
Oh, 90
and
pips.
I closed at 1732.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, I was in 1727, closed out at 1737.
Oh, what's
One
this
today.
here?
Oh, sorry, not 1737, 1729. 1729.
That's pretty good. This person closed half right here, closed full right here. That's excellent risk management.
They sold.
Yes. Yeah, when you're in a trade and you're really managing risk as the trade is going in negative or positive, that shows that you're basically maturing in the market. That's a sign of maturity.
Yeah, GJ pushed us to where I wanted to take my sales. I wanted to start skilling in probably like 134.50.
Yeah. Raja, the 15-minute candles are closing above the previous 15-minute candles. Would you consider that to be a support forming? And we could... No, because it's still in a range. GJ is in a range. So you need a break below this level or a break above this level. Good shit. Thoughts on UJ? Nice. Someone sent a chart. Find it. Alright, what's going on over here? Uptrend channel. News at 7:30. Okay, 7:30 your time. Yeah, I think you'll have to wait for the news. You'll have to wait for the news. I mean, you have a buying analysis, but the news is expected to be really, really bad. So I'm not 100% sure if that's going to push UJ up. Just not sure at all. That's going to be a spectacle to watch. See now, this is the second 15-minute candle of the 30-minute candle. And if this closes bullish, then you have the 30-minute candle closing bullish. Hence, support being established on the 30-minute time, increasing the probability of gold to continue going up. See, first we talked about the 15-minute support, and now we're talking about the 30-minute support because 30-minute candle is about to close in 13 minutes. Can Raja read this message? Yes. Right, what's this? Do you think the issue with the first sell was did not wait for pullback to broken support? I don't think your arrow is where it needs to be. I think the sell I took was after this candle closed above support, and I was expecting the pre-New York volume to continue pushing it down since we came down, kind of consolidated, and then from here I was expecting it to continue, whoop, but it didn't. It went the other way.
Yeah, I just think it's just the consolidation is stuck, and that's why it didn't give you that push right now.
Yeah, like that's the thing, right? I mean, before I'd be like buying and selling, and then by the end of the day, I would realize, man, shit, I was trading in consolidation. You know, so I took a sell, stopped out, took a buy, didn't really quite work as much as I wanted it to work. So then I realized, yeah, okay, you know what, this is just ranging here. So there's no point in trying to fight the range. Thoughts on EJ? Let's take a look here. Waiting for the support to break. Stop loss will depend on the length of the previous 30-minute candle. This is an excellent statement here. Stop loss will depend on the length of the previous 30-minute candle. Entry after previous support hold. Yep, looks good. Perfect. Do you set your stop loss before you execute a trade? Yes. Exactly.
You have to. You have to know where your stop is, man, before you, because that's the amount you're risking.
Yeah.
So taking a trade and not knowing where you're putting your stop loss, you don't know how much you're risking on that trade.
Just like this trade. So someone is already in a buy. I think your stop is good. It's below the 30-minute candle. But ideally, yeah, I think your stop is good. If you know how much you're risking, it's good. Because now you're expecting the 30-minute to close bullish. If it closes bullish, then that's perfect. You know, then you can expect the next one to go up. So the most important thing is you have your stop loss. And when someone puts a stop, I know that I assume that they know exactly how much they're risking. So, you know, the probability of it going up higher is much higher than going up. Raja, I thought you were doing 50-cent lots for April. Yes. But at the same time, I looked at my results. Like, doing 50-cent lots, I think I did $2,400 in like a week and a half. And when I looked at it from my perspective, I was like, man, if this was just my normal lots, which I can do, I would have made much more money. You know, so at the end of the day, it comes down to how much money you're making, because that's why you're here. So I kind of had to really, like, you know, look at myself and say, why? Why are you torturing yourself like this, Raja? And then Raja Bank said, yes, that's true. Even Ted said, man, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, you're losing so much money.
Yeah, just to prove a point to who? People who don't care about you, you know? Like, why? So you see now, gold is running up. This is where fibs don't really work.
This is where I'll be like, yeah, boy, that's it. Nice. Happy days. Last 10 minutes, man.
Yeah, look at that 15-minute candle push like 24
Yeah, because
pips.
they're using the fibs wrong, probably, because they're not using it with confluence. Like, everything has to equal with confluence. You take the trade with confluence. Like, you don't trade in the you don't count a trend, because like that's your confluence. Like, if you're gonna take buys, you're gonna take it towards the trend with the trend. So that's one of your confluence. Next confluence, if it hits support, bullish with the trend, bullish candle, you're gonna take buys. That's a second confluence. Like, you guys don't trade with confluence, so that's why you guys always fail. Like, you have to make the market make sense to you.
Yeah, price action, you know.
Price action. It put in a new high, bearish candle, bullish candle. That could be a confluence for you. Like, okay, I'm gonna take trades when the market makes a new high of the day, and it forms a bearish bullish candle, and I'm gonna take buys on the next candle and put my stop below the previous candle.
Yeah.
Trading is not hard. Just gotta break it down so it makes sense for you.
Right, we got this chart coming in here. This seems to be forming a resistance at 134.500. Stop loss. I think you can bring this green line you have down over here, because you have your resistance here. That makes perfect sense. And then the next thing, you have support down over here, which makes sense too. First TP, second TP, yeah, looks good. Do you have a course, and how much is it? I don't think you qualify for the course, Mr. Jason. Took sells once 30-minute broke. Oh, nice. So now you're expecting this 30-minute to continue bearish. Wait, hold on. What's this? Took sells once the 30-minute candle started to break the low with stop loss below previous. Kind of closed bullish. Make my sells invalid, so closed -6 pips instead of letting my stop get hit. Yeah, that's good. That's good risk management. I mean, I do that all the time. I close positions before they hit my stops. Most time. Because I can see it going towards my stop loss. So why would I want to lose more money when I can just lose less? You know, because the thing is, here's what happens, you know, like if you're aiming for, let's say, 10-15 pip take profit, and your stops are also like, you know, 10-15 pips, and if you take a trade and that trade goes in a loss, hits your stop loss at 15 pips, and then if you take a profitable trade and that profitable trade you close at, like, let's say 9, 10, 11 pips, you know, so now you're negative for the day, and that's very frustrating, you know, because you're like, man, I'm like break even all days, you know, because, you know, take wins and losses. So that used to happen to me too. So what I realized was that, okay, what are the things I can look in the market once price starts to go against me? What are those things I can look to see that, okay, maybe I need to exit early? Because if I stay in, I might, if my next trade is going to be a win, I might be in a net loss. So if I can exit early, and then if I can take a next winning trade, I can be in a net profit for the day. So that's why I started to look at like 15-minute candles, breaking the lows, breaking that. I mean, that was just like very basic kindergarten price action stuff. The highs and the lows and higher highs and lower lows. I mean, it wasn't rocket science. Just very, very basic ideas. And I guess we're going to witness gold run to 1737 and 1738. Have you ever hedged trades? Yep, long time ago.
Whoever active for kids gonna do a live with Phil Don't Lie. He already did.
Could you have entered buys on gold when price went above the first bullish candle? Oh yeah, man, we've been talking about gold buys all morning. I didn't enter because I already have my 2 losses for the day.
The reason why your candles doesn't look the same on TradingView because you are using a different liquidity provider. If any trade's running in profits and you decide to take partial profit, what is the percentage of the profit you take? Whatever you want, 50%. Oh my God. Rakeel, you stop bringing guests on the live stream?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
well, you didn't let us validate these people, man. Because you brought a couple scammers on here, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, most people are very ungrateful. So I stopped.
Oh.
I mean, we had Ken FX on. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Hugh Banks was on here too. That's pretty good.
Good guy. The one that you brought, man, that I was questioning, man, is that Silver guy. I don't know his name, but I remember something Silver.
Yeah, Austin Silver. That was a mistake.
Yeah, that one.
Man, I had him on, and then he started bashing me on his Instagram, and then he blocked me.
He's a clown.
Yeah, and the same thing with Nemo Profits. I had him on too, and then one day he messages me, and you know what he says? He says, "Hey, can you maybe block me from your stories because I don't like watching your stories."
Nemo Profit. Is that the guy that lives in New York?
Yeah. And I'm like,
that guy's a scammer too, man. That's the guy that took the picture. That's the guy that took the picture in the jet, and when he landed, he took the picture outside again, right?
Yeah. Yes, the guy who looks like.
Man, he's a rock star.
Yeah.
He's a rock star, though, isn't he?
Yes, the guy who looks like Dr. Doolittle and Eminem had a baby.
I had posted my Instagram story, man. I was like, if anyone wants to know who's a scammer, man, DM me, man. People were like hitting me up. They're like, no, I can't believe. It's like, dude, thanks. I've been in this for 6 years. How long you been trading, Ricky? 5 years?
5 years?
Yeah.
How do I log out?
5 years. Huh?
Oh, yeah, 4.
Okay, so I've been in the Forex market for about maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, this guy here. Oh, Dr. Doolittle and Eminem.
Is
Yeah.
that hair? I ain't even going to start with the hair, but
You know what I told? Oh, wow, gold is running.
I'm watching
God
it. Trust me.
damn.
This is a day. I was waiting for 36.
Monty, you still holding?
Mate, damn straight. Yeah. Well, my second entry was at 27. So that's not worked out too bad.
I don't know why I didn't put it at the break even at the top, man, because I'm just thinking about, but I just took the profits and just go.
Wow, man.
I'm
Should have just went with trending gold instead of stupid GJ today.
How am I listening? No, it was tough until it broke that range. It was a tough one.
Yeah, I would have been up way more than $12.
You could afford at least 2 Nutellas now.
Yeah, the whole 6-pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for real. God, gonna.
Oh wow, we reached target here.
And we got news coming, man.
So guys, the guys that's in YouTube, for anyone that you want to know when whoever was on, watch the live stream. Just scroll down in YouTube. He labels them. God.
Man, you know what I think? I think this move up is the market pricing in the bad numbers which are going to come with these claims in half an hour.
I was wondering the same.
And it's going to drop, right?
I had no idea.
No, I don't think it's going to. Well, if it's priced in, it probably won't move much. It will probably move, but.
Yeah, because normally when I see that, like the price gets priced in, it usually kind of trend. It usually goes back in the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of the buys now, it's going to be sell when the news hits, and it's not going to make any sense because it's pricing in the news already.
Yeah, that's
see.
what I'm thinking too.
Well, I'm out for the day. GJ did not do anything. It's already 8, so calling it a day.
All right,
1
Mac.
loss, 1 win. I'm out.
See you,
Mac.
See you back in 5 minutes. Take care.
Mac sounds disciplined today. Wow.
You got jokes, rakeel. Like Kevin.
All right, Mac. Take it easy, man.
Oh man.
Sandeep, you're welcome. Or Sanpeep, you're welcome. Gold double top. I hate seeing those stuff, man. Double top, double bottoms, head and shoulders, nutsack patterns. To me, GJ is a sell. Like, I missed GJ by probably like 1.2 pips.
I'll be right back.
I wanted to sell GJ at 134, 540, but I missed it like 0.2 pips. Mac is family. We're never kicking Mac.
Oh, he got kicked good yesterday.
He started some drama.
Now that basically, if he got, I think it was 700 likes, said mute him. But then I said, if you get 1,000, we'll ban him for a week.
Oh,
1,000 real
okay.
quick.
Wow. It's safe to say Mac is the least popular on the streams, man.
He's still in the chat though.
Mac, why they hating on you, man? Was it 1,000 likes on the YouTube?
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
fan math? Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, I only see the average of like probably like 400.
Yeah, you got a lot of like yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, Daniel Savage, man, I think he's working on his course. So that's the reason why he's not here. Monty, maybe one of these days I gotta jump on that stream with you, man, because I'm
Yeah,
always
for
up
real.
at night.
Yeah, for real. I'll send you a link, man, for the Zoom. You just come anytime, dude. You're more than welcome.
All right.
You would have been in these gold trades earlier too.
Because last night I was up probably until like 3, 4.
Days. This is going hard.
What are you thinking for a target, Chris?
It's 1950 something. No, about here, to be fair, was my initial take profit I've taken on the way up, but because I made second entry, I just took some profits of 36 because I thought that might be a little level, but now we're actually at the kind of, 4-hour resistance, you could kind of call it, but looking at momentum, we could quite easily bust that. But I'm anticipating the news, so you got news to come, equities open. If we carry on volume push, then could keep going a long way yet. We could get 50s again, but it seems a long way off. But the way it's moving after 2 days of consolidation, it's pretty sensible. It's corrected that whole move to the left now, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
So
50, it's
yeah. To be honest, I've got not if I can hold my first position, which is around 20 something. 63 might be a target for me, but that's a long way yet. We'll have a pullback, obviously, at some stage too.
Looks like if you break 39, you can go for that week fill.
Good potential. It's just when the next candle opens and stuff as well. That's the only concern. But that's what we were saying this morning, though. The whole just chilling in that consolidation for such a long time, it's bound to happen at some point. And as soon as it comes out, it's even, what is it, Matthew Graham? I don't know if he's watching still. But he said exactly the same thing. But yeah, good day, man. Glad I didn't take any trades yesterday and the day before.
You anyway.
That's a prime example of why you wait for what you need to see, and then that's it.
And I just can't wait for the gold spreads to go back to regular, man.
That's that kind of. I was looking at longer term plays, you see, based on that, because just taking 20 pips or something, it's not really. It doesn't interest me right now in spreads, but I've come down a lot though, to be fair.
Yeah. Like today was at like freaking 8-9 pips. It's the lowest I've seen.
I got it. I had 4. My first entry was on 4, but then it went up to like 7, 8, 6. Kept flicking around a bit.
And even dropped to like 7 micro pips this morning.
Oh, real?
Yeah. That's why I thought it was coming. I think I had posted in my story too.
Man, your stories are long. I have to get a coffee.
Oh yeah, man. I got a lot of free time, man, now. Got a lot of free time.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm taking much advantage with it.
Yeah, man.
Plus, like my son is not in school right now, so.
Yeah, I'm the same, man. I've got a lot more things I need to do around the house right now, but yeah. It's nice though. It's actually quite nice having that time in the afternoon now.
Did your trampoline ever come?
Yeah. What, the bit I didn't buy? Yeah. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, it's decent. Actually, it's easy to put together as well. I thought it was going to be way worse. The thing I bought first, that was well hard to put on. I needed like 2 people to do that.
Definition of spreads. I almost ignored that question, but it came 3 times. What is spread in Forex? Here we go. Spread. Let's take a look here. The bid is the price at which you can sell the base currency. The ask is the price you can buy the base currency. So if you look at your MetaTrader on your phone, on your computer, and you're going to see 2 lines. One of those lines is a bid price, and the other line is the ask price. The difference between those 2 lines, that's the spread. The spread is basically the fee for the broker. You know, so whenever you enter a trade, the trade opens in negative because that money broker has already taken from you. Like, okay, this is mine now. You know, so when you notice spreads are high, that means, like, let's say for gold, right? Like a month ago, gold spreads were pretty high. You know, so you could say, oh, okay, it's pretty expensive to trade gold because the spreads are high. You know, there's less gold out there, so it's expensive to trade gold. But now slowly you're seeing the spreads are lowering down. Now you can say, okay, well, you know, it's getting a little affordable to trade gold. So that's why, like, you know, whenever there's news, price moves really fast, the spreads go high. So you're like, man, fuck, it's really expensive to trade this pair now. You know, so whenever you're trading, always understand that. When, like, you know, sometimes I see people trying to take trades at like 5:30 p.m. Eastern. You know, like half an hour after market close. Spreads are super high. So it's really expensive to trade. Right? So that's why I always try to trade when spreads are low. It's cheaper to trade. You know, you have volume in the market. You know, like Asian Open, pre-London, London Open, pre-New York. So don't trade in the afternoons. There's no volume. Spreads are also not that good. So just common sense, right? I was talking to somebody a week ago, and we were talking about, like, you know, how we expect our kids, or like people like younger than us, like a younger brother or sisters, we expect them to do things that what we tell them, you know. But when it comes down to managing ourselves here, let's say I took 2 trades and both were losses, and now I know I have to manage myself to say, okay, like, you know what, this is it, my day is done. But 90% of the time, you know, what used to happen maybe like 3-4 years ago, I'd be like, okay, no, you know what, I have to take another trade and maybe win all these losses back. I can't let this day end in negative. I have to take another trade. And then you take another trade, and you take another trade, and then that's when you say, oh man, shit, I should have just stopped. So just like that, you have to be disciplined as well. With these unemployment claims, you know what's happening here? A few of my friends like to have businesses, and a couple of their employees left. They left because their pay at the job was less than $2,000, and they're like, well, fuck this. We're gonna go, just leave and apply for this, like, you know, this fund. Yeah, exactly. Because now they're like, oh, we're gonna get maybe $200 more. You know?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so that's gonna add to the unemployment claims.
Now they're talking about in the U.S. they're trying to pass the bill's on the table, but they're trying to pass it for $2,000 a month for every American.
Wow.
Yeah, for at least I think it's like 4 to 6 months, or when the employment levels drops and goes back to regular.
Man, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Because 2,000 times how many we got? 33 million? We got 33 million. This is 3, 2, 3. 33 million. Wow, this is going to be a big number. 6.6 billion. No, is that?
What's that? Hold on. Yeah, 6.6 trillion. Right?
No, 66 billion.
Oh, 1, No, that's trillion.
That's 66 billion.
Hold
Trust.
on, let me see how much
Trust.
zeros.
This is a good quiz.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, this is 66 billion. Look.
Yeah, it's
33.
66 billion.
I can't see the freaking. I'm trying to look at the screen.
Oh, it's 66 0 0
So
0
that's
0.
0,
Billion.
comma.
Oh yeah, put those commas. Fuck up the commas. Yeah, 66 billion.
Yeah, that's nothing, man.
Yeah, that's chump change, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot in a
Like,
zone.
like everyone was so happy that they got their $1,200 check. I'm like, I don't know if it's a good thing or bad. I don't know if it's a
Man,
good thing.
I know people who've never had 2,000 in their bank accounts and they're getting 2,000. They're like, yes,
Dude.
Life is lit.
Yeah, like for me, I didn't get any because of my income, but I was like, dude, I'm okay. Like, if you get, I don't know, I can't really explain it to people like the way I look at stuff logically. Like, if the government is giving you stuff, it's bad. Like, you're on the low end of the table. Like, you need to find out a way to not get assistance from the government. I'm not trying to bash anyone, but it's true.
Yeah, also because, like, you know, this is another conversation I was having with somebody, and we were saying, like, how, like, enforcing the rule without a martial law for people to stay home is unconstitutional. You know, and for you to stay quiet, here you go. Here's this money. Just be quiet.
Yeah, you're right. 1,200 a month. 1,200 is not enough. You know what I mean? So like, 1,200. What can you do with $1,200? Like, that's like an insult. $1,200 is a lot for an 18-year-old. You know, but for someone that has a family, that's nothing. That's an insult.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Well, the government says if you want it, take it. You don't want it, don't take it.
So they're telling you that you're valuable. Your value is only 1,200.
Yeah, but they care for you. That's the reason. They're like, hey man, listen, it's really hard to pay bills. Here's $1,200. Just it's going to be okay. So okay, here you go. Just use this to everybody. Even in Canada, what they announced was even if you were making $1,000 a month, we've decided to give you 2,000 as well because that's how much we care. That's what the Prime Minister said yesterday.
If the government was like, okay, we're going to give every American $1,200 a month below income threshold of 160, then that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then it could really help someone or possibly change someone's life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably like mostly for the people like, you know, who used to work as like bartenders or like, you know, who had like part-time jobs. Those are recreational jobs, and now like, you know, they're liable for like rent and stuff like that. Probably helps them so much.
Yeah. So whoever said they're gonna pay for those that say you're gonna pay it back because they're gonna increase taxes, no, they're not. Like, the only time taxes increase in your local state unless you vote to increase the taxes. You know, in my state, sales tax was 6%, and it went up to like 7%. Everybody was shocked. Like, you voted for it.
Oh wow! In Holland, they gave 4,000 to everyone.
Like that 1,200 that they paid out, whatever, they're not gonna collect it back next year. It's not. Thank you, Connor. Like, people needs to read, man. It's a stimulus check. It's not an advance. I live in Holland. That's not correct. So what is, Genius, what is the amount in Holland? the U.S. is getting the lowest because the U.S. is a capitalism country. They care about money. That's why Trump's opening back up the country. Oh, 4K. Wow, 4K a month? Is that 4K a month in Holland? Wow, that's crazy. Thanks to the government.
All right, we got some volume coming in here. Slowly it's creeping in.
News in 11 minutes.
Yeah. GJ's looking like it's about to press down here on support. Ooh, yeah, it's gonna drop down. This thing just gotta wait like 5 minutes. Because if this goes, man, this is gonna go further down.
You're waiting whole day for this.
Yeah, I only got one trade today. The second trade was supposed to be GJ, but it missed.
Oh yeah, look at that. The 30 minute has broken the low over here, and this is.
But this is the trade that I always see you take, man. That's why I said I'm surprised he didn't wait for that candle to push up.
Yeah, but I saw the things I wanted to see, you know, earlier on.
Yeah.
We got 10 minutes for news. What's this? Oh, nice. Gold. Lorenzo with the win. Alright. Let's take a look at this chart here. GJ down. Yes, this makes sense. I see sells having a much easier time than buys.
Yeah.
GJ buy stop at 134.537. Yep.
Rakeel, do you ever look at the highs of the days and the low of the day?
No.
Okay.
Because like the high of the day is just going to be like let's say if you talk about the GJ low of the day, right? So GJ's previous low of the day was somewhere down over here.
No, somewhere up. No, that's yesterday.
Oh, so current low of the day is like
right over here.
Or right over here.
Right where your yellow line is, go up to the top. Yep, right there. Whoever put that red line right there.
Oh,
yeah,
right there.
Yeah, whoever had that red line.
Yeah. Okay. So if this breaks the low of the day, then it's continuing bearish.
Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, because that low is just going to be the support on the smaller time frame. Someone's saying sell stop at 250. So if you put a sell stop at 250, you're putting it really near support, you know? Because now if you have a sell stop at 250, what are you anticipating? 7 pips? You know, it makes no sense. So might want to have, see, like if I hadn't have taken trades, I'd be in the sell with my stop being around 134.450. Because I would expect the volume from the next 30-minute candle to push it down. Just from here, it can fall like 10, 15 pips.
Strong support is at a 133.830, but that's a far area at the bottom. That's like super target.
Super target 133,850. Yeah, that's
830.
yeah, that's a daily wick fill too.
Yeah, like that's the super target. Oh yeah, you got it there already.
Yeah, way down there.
UJ is moving prior news. UJ is suspicious.
But we'll see how everything reacts to the news.
Man, gold is pushing up here just before the news. So, will this news be super bad? Damn. Wow.
No, and Ted is already in buys.
Well, the news are gonna be really bad. The problem is how much more we can move.
Ted, you're in buys, right?
Go to like.
Nope.
Oh, you know? Okay.
1740.
It's on the resistance.
Huh?
We need to wait. Not yet.
Okay.
I think it has legs up to 1747 again. But I'm just going to wait to see if we can get a calmer spread.
Okay, because last time you were way in before the news hit, so I thought you was anticipating this push.
I still don't like the spreads. It's actually pretty gross. But, I mean, yeah, let's see if I can figure out something.
It's probably going to push straight up and then come straight back down. Because it's already pushed a lot. Yeah, I'm not going to do any buy stops or sell stops. I'm going to keep my $12 today. Keep them safe.
Throw a penny lot on it, man. You could risk 120 pips.
No, man. No.
Open 0.02. Just for the fun.
No.
It's like it isn't even a trade.
Like
it doesn't count.
For fun.
No, it's still a trade, man. It's still a trade.
Yeah. Technically, yeah.
Keep that $12.
Yeah, even that fun demo trade, it's still a trade. It's still a trade idea.
It's mental.
Yeah, you just took the word out of my mouth, Monty. I was gonna say it's mental.
100%.
I was just about to say it, man, because that's why most people doesn't understand. Like when you see that red, it plays with your head completely differently.
Because even if you take that, let's say, a play trade, and it goes into profits, that thinking comes in your mind that, oh man, wish this would have been like on my...
It changes the confidence and everything. Because if you hit a loss as well, you're like, oh, what did I analyze wrong? You know, and then you start doubting other stuff. And even if it was demo or not, it makes no difference. It's not a good idea. Keep the $12, man.
Yeah, keep the $12.
Play Warzone. That's it.
No, I'm gonna buy that Nutrilite, man. $12.
Sit there and eat that all day.
Hey, Rakeel, this guy's in YouTube said borrow tomorrow's risk for today. That's a good one.
Talking of risk, I closed all my positions apart from one runner from 1727, just in case.
Someone wrote down in the chat, gold today, 1800, question mark.
Nearly.
Yeah, almost.
Almost.
Technically, everything's possible, but 1742 is a very achievable target all the way up to 1748 today.
Good morning.
Morning. Yeah.
Tell me you caught some of that breakout.
No. After this break.
Oh, dude, that's a shame, man.
We're doing some updates, so I was on that instead.
That's fair. Fair.
But yeah, I took a position right now, so.
Yeah, good work, man.
So we should get to 1742, so that's what I'm aiming for.
I managed to keep hold of it all the way from 1714. I don't know so well. All the way 1714, then I got in again at 27 and 32. It was a good morning.
Beautiful morning here for Chris.
Well, it's the same as normal, Ted, right? You see the whole consolidation.
Especially on the 15-minute, right? Like if you saw on the 15-minute, like about, I guess, an hour ago, I mean, that was the easiest move.
As soon as it broke that top, that's another go, right? Especially as it pulled back to that level.
Ooh, GG's also coming down.
New York opened, just slashed the gold.
Why don't you guys use volume as confidence? because we understand when there's going to be volume, like right now. Because the volume bars you see, those bars are in the past. You need to see in the future.
Yeah, and the other thing is too, Forex is decentralized, so you don't have a true sense of volume. People confuse Forex with equities. Equities, you can look at volume because it's a centralized exchange. When you have a decentralized exchange, volume is, how could you tell what's going on another exchange?
That is so true.
That's where I think a lot of people get confused because they see volume in equities market, which is like the NYSE. That's the only amount that's available. You can't do that with a with FX.
Aye. Oh, come on.
Wow.
And,
Chill there.
Reacting to
what
that
I
level
say
over
on
there.
gold. Yeah.
Go on, go for it.
Oh, the news was just okay.
Great for me.
Okay,
Because I'm on
those-
GG cells.
Like you said, though,
Those
this
news
move.
are false.
Oh,
Yeah, this,
All right. UJ is moving nice.
you said this move all morning, though.
Yeah,
Where we
current
pricing all that in.
UJ sells right now too.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's dropping.
Worse than expected. 140.
Yeah,
Way
see,
more.
if I would have risked my $12, I would have lost it.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't.
I think you're right, though, earlier when you said about being priced in.
Yeah.
Good chance. Good chance of that.
Yeah, because it moved a lot. You know? I think this move up was like more so technical as well, but if you look at from fundamental, like it was, I think the market was expecting a bad number.
Yep.
But it wasn't bad. It was like better than, like slightly better than expected, so that's still considered good news.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at UJ. Oh, yikes.
Wow, G just still stuck in the range.
Dow Jones is pushing up. Seriously.
Yeah, I received the numbers here before on the my new terminal I bought here.
That's a sweet terminal, dude.
Yeah, thank you. Oh wow, full retracement to 1730.
Yeah.
Oh shit! God damn!
Yeah, that's the problem.
This
long
thing
as you-
fucking.
Wow.
I just
Yeah,
closed.
you're 12 bucks in and out of there.
Yeah, that cost me a bit of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing came down to 17. This thing came down to the same. That strong. Wow, still going.
Wow. Look.
Why is that such a big move?
Yeah, that cost me a bit.
Fucking pricing.
You maybe should have waited for the breakout of that
They
support
priced it in.
resistance.
That's what happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was expected.
Yeah,
I was not expecting a heavy drop. I was expecting, just a small range, a small push. Hanging.
Well,
oh, full retracement.
This heavy drop doesn't make sense with the numbers.
if it's just coming back into that zone, this could well be a massive, massive push later.
Yeah.
If it rejects.
Yeah.
Ted, you should have waited for the close.
Where did you go, Ted?
That cost me 50K.
Damn it.
Well, because the spread is already 10 pips, right? So I'm already in 10K, and then I'm like, okay, I can hold till like 35, 33, and then slip down, and it's like,
Yeah.
I close at 31.
No takeaway today, dude.
No.
Today's a bad day for everyone.
What do you think that would come back that deep? Just because of the size of the move this morning, you think?
Well, I think because we're also, if you look at the 4 hour, we're technically in a zone, and I thought we'd break out of it. Like this would be the item to break out of it, but I think if you have buy stops above 1737 right now, and you hold those should be good to 1742.
Yeah, I think to do that wick then, yeah. Well, kind of.
Yeah, because I mean, you figure this 4 hours coming back into that range, right? So I was just expecting it to just continue to push, but it didn't do it. So lesson learned.
The problem here is it's not worth it to hold another buy because more than likely.
Oh no, that's what I mean. That's why I exited, because I'm like, this can go all the way back down to 1720, and then
exactly.
You're destroyed.
Because looking at the 4 hour, man, I have seen this shit before.
It's a big zone.
So in the last 30 minutes of this hour, we may have a heavy drop.
So we still have we still got 25 minutes for it to flip back the other way.
Yeah, I mean, if it holds the 30 minute, there's a 30-minute support there at 1731. If it holds that, then yeah, it makes sense. But I mean, in at 1736 is not healthy, right?
No.
This is not a trend reversal either. This is just a shock move that, oh shit, good numbers, okay.
100%.
Let's react to that and then go boom 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 boom.
Pew pew pew.
Hold up. Wait a minute. It's a chop. Yeah, gold went pew pew pew.
Yeah, that surprised me, that did. I mean, I was looking at that 4 hour level. I didn't. Yeah, it's just sort of that open and stuff, I suppose.
30 minutes was a bullish and it closed bearish.
I think you still got to
like last minute.
Well, it did go below the previous, to be fair.
Ooh, G is turning around here, showing a pretty face.
Yeah, GG wants break 134, 227.
Yeah.
Good for those sides.
It could be a nice pullback to push further.
What does it mean when it says expected in Forex Factory? Does that mean the market was a... No, that means that that number is expected. They're expecting this number here, 5.3. You know, but it comes to 5.2. So they want a lower unemployment for a good news. You know, so that's what happened. Price came lower, like numbers came lower, so that's good. So gold had a little shock reaction. Boom. What's your spread on DJ? 1.4, 1.3 pip? Better than expected, but the figures are still bad.
Yeah, it's better than expected because the website is not allowing more, more claims.
Oh, yeah?
Cutting down, yeah.
Oh, wow.
They even closed all the phone lines where you can, reach the unemployment office in any state. They're closed. So it went directly to voicemail.
Bro, you know, here it takes 2 minutes. It takes 2 minutes to register yourself for the unemployment thing, and then you get your first payment in 2 days. That's happening. Yeah. Yeah, bro.
That's because your country cares about your people, man.
Canada. Literally, it's a phone number you call. It's a automated system. It asks you to enter your social insurance number. You do that, and then you agree to what they say. If it applies to you, and then after 2 days, you get your money in the bank.
Oh yeah, and even on the website. On the website, you just go and log into the website, and you click two questions, and it's like, yep, we're sending it to your bank.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
They're like, oh,
I'm
okay.
even on the website. I'm even on the website in the States. It says, in order to improve our ability to process current application quicker, this site will be unavailable nightly from 8 p.m. to 9 a.m. And this is the government site.
Yeah, kind of on top of their game.
Oh man, we need to take some.
But we pay taxes too, you know.
Yeah, through the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New era is coming. Digital.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a very far-fetched idea right now. Yeah, I think
If
another
you
like
look at the history,
4 or 5 years, maybe more. But 4 or 5 years, me saying, okay, yeah, maybe, you know.
but like from the history repeats itself. Every big crisis had some kind of big revolution. I don't know.
What was the big
Electricity.
revolution? What was the big revolution after 08?
That wasn't that big.
Oh,
crisis.
bro, come on.
Not like this. Okay. We've got cell phones after that. Like that was when it started, like smartphones and stuff.
I gotta go
High-tech stuff.
bias. Came back down to that level that I want. Let's see if it bounces.
Wow. This thing's
risky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone again.
I should see a pullback.
You'd see a drop over here, man.
Yeah, man, you may have a big
Boom.
hard time with that. Check the 4 hour, man.
This
The 4 hour is gonna be a mess.
This roller coaster is gonna crash.
Yeah, well, I'm done for the day, so I can play no more, man.
It's not worth it.
Imagine someone stayed in a position up there. Should I close?
Look at the 4 hour, Raj, and you go to the 4 hour.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like huge rejection.
The 4 hour, man.
It gives us good range for later. Yes, it just leaves. It will leave a good range for later on.
And these are
Anyway, I'm gonna get out, guys. I'm not gonna start throwing money away, man.
Okay.
I need to control myself. Have a good afternoon. I'll speak to you later, no doubt.
All right.
Nice day, man.
See you later, man. Cheers.
See you.
No doubt.
Let's see if I catch the wick. Damn, it's like bouncing 3 to 8.
I don't know.
Let's see.
All right, what's this chart over here? This chart. Oh, yeah, it looks good. Stop loss is, I think. Let's take a look at 15 minute here. Yeah, this 15 minute needs to close bearish or below this level for that to make sense. For that to go, but if the bias is bearish, 4 hours bearish, 1 hour bearish. Yeah, so stop is good. Stop loss, like around 134, 480. If this 30 minute candle closes, then stop should come down to 134, 440, because you're trying to trail it down. GJ is so annoying. Yes. Normally, like even in the past 3 weeks, we've been seeing GJ moves around like 8 a.m., 8:15, really starts pushing. But now this day is different, because we haven't seen him like that yet. It's just been ranging. Can you check my chart? Big Brother Trading. Okay. Send it through and we'll check it out.
CNBC, man. Jobless claim total of 5.2 million as 22 million position has been lost in a month due to Corona.
Yeah.
Ugh.
UJ buys. Yeah, I think the price was at resistance here. This is just a support, resistance, plus there was news incoming, really big news. So I tend to stay away from pairs that have news in an hour or like an hour and a half. That's like a good habit to, have. What's this? Nice. Your JPY sells. You're looking to fill that wick. I think it could fill that wick. Yeah, let's take a look here. Yeah, for sure. 15-minute candle closed bearish. Now it has a higher chance to continue down to fill that wick. How far is that wick here? Let's take a look. Looks like it's 8 pips. And then further down, to this low here. Yeah, that makes sense. But now you would want this 15-minute candle to stay below the high of the previous 15-minute candle for this trade to be a valid trade to work out. So if you look on the 30-minute, you would want this 30-minute to either close a doji, because if it closes a doji, then you can say, okay, well, at least the previous candle closed below right over there. So it just makes sense that these wicks now become destinations. Let's put it back at 15. Wow, GJ is still ranging. Yeah, see, now the sells are invalid. I mean, it's just in a range now still. So crazy, man.
Looking like I caught the wick.
Why do you say they're invalid? If you look at the 30-minute time frame, I feel like it still looks pretty good.
I mean, I don't know, because the 15-minute closed above support, and this 15-minute is pushing up. So either you would want to see a break below, this area 134.280 for it to continue moving down, because if the 30-minute closes bullish, it's still in the range.
Then it's invalid.
Yeah, then it's still in the range. So then you go off of the 1 hour, you look at the 1 hour. If the 1 hour kind of closes bearish, then you can say, okay, yeah, well, technically it's still making lower highs and lower lows. And then we'll move to the 4 hour, and then you expect the next 4 hour to respect the low and will come down. But over here it's just ranging. It's very difficult. Glenn, hey Glenn, someone said your voice is so white like the corporate America vibes.
That's fine. Who said that?
Someone in YouTube.
I don't forget names.
Okay, Sammy Badawi. Perfect. Now we're gonna find you, Sammy.
Alright, I exit out my gold trades.
In profit, sir.
Oh, nice. Pulled up a little bit.
I got the wick.
Yeah, the problem with those jobs is it's like catching knives,
See, if I was still in these cells, and if I was really adamant that's going to continue down, I think I'd have a stop at like 134, 450. It's not in the middle of the range, it's a little bit higher than the middle of the range. It's also above these 15-minute candles. Yeah, it should be above the half to 30-minute area, I think. This is my chart. Let's take a look here. Gold. We had a clean move. Nice labeling over here. Beautiful. Very nice. Created two consolidation zones, created another consolidation zone. Candles were closing higher than the previous one, and ta-da! Say that. What's your thoughts on people getting into FTMO? I think before getting onto FTMO, maybe try trading like a small account and really see if you're consistent on it. Because throwing money to get a demo account, it doesn't make any sense in my head, you know. So I'd say like go into like a small live account and see if you can really stay consistent on it, and then go to FTMO. Because man, like if you pass the stages, you get, let's say, a $50,000 live account to trade with them, then it's good, it's worth it, you know. But first you have to prove to yourself that you're gonna do it. Because you know, like $149 for a $10,000 demo account. I mean, $149 is not a small amount. It's a pretty decent amount you're throwing on a demo account, you know. So
yeah, but I reason why I recommend it too is because like put their money first before your money, because you're spending what $600 to get in like 100,000.
yeah, but like that 100,000 is a demo account, right? So if you don't pass it, then you've lost it.
Yeah, that's correct. I'm saying test it out demo first. If you pass demo, then you go and you sign up for their program, and then you have to trade the demo and you go through the process. But like versus to trade your actual live account, if you don't have the capital and you lose it, you know, and it also takes the emotion out of the game also, because all you're risking is $600.
Yeah, I think if someone can deposit 600 in a live account, and if they really think they can do it, man, I've seen people flip 600 to 1200 easy. Right? So if you can do that, then you can take that 600 extra out and use that on the demo account.
Well, in addition to that, if you look at the way that they want you to trade that account, you can take those rules and apply it to the money that you'd be giving them to get the demo account. Right? So here's the thing, like they tell you you have to do this kind of restriction, you know, you need to trade a minimum of 10 days. You know, so why don't you take those exact same rules that you would be using for their demo account and apply it to your real account? Because then at least when you're successful, you're actually getting real money, not passing a test. That's sort of my thought process, is everybody's using that FTMO as like the next best thing since sliced bread, and it's like, well, all they're doing is they're forcing you to, like, you basically said to yourself that I have no discipline and I have no control over the way that I trade, so I need to pay somebody to gain that control. Because in actuality, when you look at what you put in, you could put that into a live account and follow those exact same rules and get the exact same result. You know, 30% or 70% profits or whatever that's going to be. You know, why don't you just apply that to your live account? Like you can see their rules and you can see everything that they want you to do. Just apply that to your live account then. Why would you need to do that for a demo and pass it then? To me, it seems counterintuitive. I'm not knocking their product, but I'm saying for people that are using it as a stepping stone, why are you just not trading live money? Like, why aren't you just doing that with your live account? That's just sort of my question behind it is, you know, if you're going to spend 600 or 1,000 or whatever the amount is, and they're giving you a set of rules, why aren't you just following those sets of rules? It just seems, you know, to do that, because the 100K account, they limit you in the lot sizes you can trade and the risk you can trade anyways. So technically speaking, even if you make 1% on $100,000, it's going to be, you know, how's your leverage and your margin to get to that 1%? You're still going to be opening the same lot size trades that you're doing probably on your $1,000 account or your $1,500 account. because you're not going to make the returns that you think you're going to make, because you don't have the rule. You're not rule based to begin with. That's the problem. Like, to be honest, it's a very good machine what they've built, and I'll tell you legitimately my opinion, and I think it's a great business model, because what they're doing is they're making you sign up for an account, right? If you pass their rules, you get a real account. How many people fail at those rules? So they collect all that money. I'm not talking about people that are successful. I'm collecting, you know, I'm saying people that are trading and that fail that, right? Because you see the people that are successful, but you don't see the people that fail, right? So if you say that 80% of people lose their account balance in Forex, right? So if we can agree with that, let's just be conservative. Let's say that 80% of people lose in FX, right? Just for argument's sake. So if they sign up 100 people at $600 a piece, right? That's $60,000. 80% of those people will lose that $600 to some formality, whether they don't pass the risk assessment, they don't pass the trading days assessment, they don't pass the rate of return assessment. So that's $48,000 that they collect, right? And then they basically have 20 accounts that they have to fund. And then they fund those 20 accounts, and they're collecting 30% of your profits on top of that. So now what they've done is they've weeded out the worst traders and collected their money. Now they've funded your account and you're working for them, and they make more money. So any money that they're lending out, essentially, they're collecting the majority of it. And on top of that, they're collecting the back end for all the people that fail that and then retry again. So, I mean, it's a very good business model. Don't get me wrong. And, you know, there's people in the comment section going ballistic on me. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, if that's what you want to do, and you're confident that you can put your $600 in and, you know, flip it to whatever amount, and then you're confident that you're going to be able to trade a live account with real money for $100,000 when you've probably never seen $100,000 in your life, I mean, great. Like, I'm super stoked for you, and I wish you all the best. I'm just looking at it from a logical sequence of progression. There's a reason why they have, you know, how many lottery winners have gone broke after winning the lottery. How many athletes have gone broke after getting huge lump sums of money? You don't have money management to begin with because of the fact that you've never had that large sum of money to start with. It's very scary receiving a large lump sum of money without having that ever in your life. Whereas when you build your accounts gradually, you get used to, you know, like I took a $50,000 hit today. It doesn't even faze me. Like, I'm like, okay, whatever. But, you know, imagine you've been trading penny lots for the last year, and now you pass this FTMO challenge and you get a $100,000 account, and now all of a sudden you have to try and take a trade. What are you doing? Because as soon as you drop into, you know, a $1,000 drawdown or a $2,000 drawdown, you're going to start going mentally ballistic. It's you know, you're looking at it and you're just saying a gradual progression, and, you know, just try and build up your account using those rules. That's all. Like, that's basically what you can do, is you can say, hey, I'm going to use the rules that they've given me and I'm going to apply that to my own account. You know, so it's just something to think about. Like, I mean, I believe in their business model. I think their business model is great. If you want to look at it this way, they figured out a way to get people to pay for demo accounts on the chance that they're going to get a live account. Come on, that's the best marketing gimmick in the world. Because once again, if you successfully get the live account, I'm happy for you. But if you don't, you've just donated money to them, right? So, I mean, you can't knock the business model. I think the business model is great. Like I said, the only thing is, it's scary giving someone $100,000 account and saying, okay, here, go nuts, when you've only been trading, I would assume, a $500 account or a $1,000 account, because that's the reason why you're giving them $600. You know, so that's all. I mean, like I said, I'm happy that people are succeeding in it, because it also means that the education out there that people are learning it's actually working, right? So like if we look at the pros from this, you can say that, hey, you know, people are coming onto this live stream, people are being mentored by other people, and they're passing these challenges. That means that there's actually, you know, people are succeeding because of what education content is out there. So I mean, that's a benefit as well. You know?
Yeah,
so
you know,
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
at the same time, like, you know, like you're right. If you can follow their own rules, if you can follow their own rules and just trade it on your accounts, and if you think in the next 2-3 months like you've been profitable enough, then you can go for the challenge and just smash it. But like, you know, but when you see that whole picture of, okay, like, you know what, if I'm gonna get like a bigger account and this and that, so I mean, that's when you're right. Like, we only hear about the guys who have passed the challenge. We haven't heard about the guys who haven't passed the challenge.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, like I said, I'm never gonna knock a business model like this. Like I'm never gonna knock a business model like this. I think this is a great business model. I'm trying to implement it into my brokerage. I think it's wonderful, because we have enough of we make enough revenue now that if I can do the math correctly, I can have an additional stream of income and have people trade on my brokerage and make even more volume. Like, I mean, are you kidding me? And they can only keep like 30% of the or 70% of the profits, and I take the rest. Why wouldn't I do this? This is great. And you know what? You don't need to go trade at another brokerage. You just trade at mine. Like I basically, I can move over $1 million from what we have in, you know, sort of in our slush fund, and say, okay, we're going to run this test. We're going to give everybody $10,000 or $20,000 live accounts once they've passed this test, model it the exact same way, and say, okay, you have to trade on my brokerage. And basically, yeah, you'll get your profits. Whatever profits you get, you can withdraw. I don't care, but you're only going to get a percentage of the profits, and I'm going to collect money on the commissions, because all those funds that are being traded on like a live account. So this is even better. Like, this is a perfect storm. If I want to generate more volume for my brokerage, this is the perfect way to do it. Like, it's a great business model. And then those who don't pass the demo account challenge, I just keep their money. Well, like, I'll take it.
Think about it. You're max. So if you lose more than $10,000, you're out.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's just one person. And all they have to do is collect 10. All they have to do is collect 10, 100 application for 600, and they're already up.
Yeah.
You know? It's a perfect science, man. Whoever came up with this is killing.
Yeah, it's a genius approach. It's a genius approach. Your exposures, like the person running this, their exposure is so they've perfected the model. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
You know. So that's all. I mean, like I said, I don't have any problems with it. I'm just saying, just look at the math and figure out if it makes sense to you. Like Raj's point was perfect, spot on. You know what? Make $600 in the market and then use that for the challenge, so you don't technically lose anything out of your pocket. So why aren't you guys starting it? Fine if it's I think Tesla is perfect. Doesn't mean I should start a car dealership. I mean, it's just, we're just talking opinions. I mean, Khalid, it looks like you actually own it, and you're getting offended by us conversing about it. Like, it's really interesting. People get so offended by talking about a business model. I mean, this is how businesses are formed. You discuss it in an open panel. I'm reading the comments right now and I'm gauging market feedback live. Like, I'm doing this on purpose. I mean, it's so interesting to watch people in the YouTube chat that are so one-dimensional that they can't see past their face. I'm doing something for a specific reason here, to figure out if it's worth it for me to put it into my business model. Gauging just general instant feedback. Like, man, That's the reason why I have like 90% of people fail in life, because they don't even see what's in front of them. What would be the leverage? The leverage would still be the same. It'd still be 500 to 1. I might have capital. I have my own capital to run FTMO into the ground if I wanted to. I mean, that's not a debate. I'm not trying to debate. I'm trying to look at things. I mean, Google didn't turn around and look at Microsoft Explorer and be like, well, this is stupid. They're like, hey, wait a second, this guy's a genius. How do I make it better? That's your goal in life, is if you see a business model that's working, you figure out how to apply it to your own businesses and make it better, and see if you can collect some of the market share as well. I mean, it's just standard business practices. I mean, if you take Business 101, that's the first thing they tell you, is look at something that's already existing and make it better. That's the easiest way to build a business. It's not starting from scratch. No successful business is started, or well, I mean, I shouldn't say that because I'll get chewed out, but most business models are built on previous models and they've been enhanced, whether it's been online, online ordering. You look at Tesla, you look at like Netflix, you look at all these different things. Same business models have been used in previous, they're just updated. I mean, I don't want to sit here and give a Business 101 class, but I mean, that's sort of what you do in life.
Well, GJ just ranged the entire morning here. Beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah. And those for right now, maybe 1720. Can you imagine trying to be a hero, Ted, and holding that buy?
Oh, no thanks.
Because I know many so-called traders that try to be heroes.
Yeah, no.
And they hold those big dragons. Then they disappear, and they come back 1 month later with another trade.
Can you do the FTMO challenge for fun? I don't know how much fun it would be for me.
Hey, made demo money.
Yeah.
For a chance to get a live account.
Yeah, I'm always intrigued when people say that. They're like, oh, can you do like $100 account challenge or a $500 account challenge just to show that it can be done? And it's sort of like me going to play at a $1-2 no limit table. For the first 5-10 minutes, it's fun, but in all seriousness, I can't take it seriously. I mean, I'm sitting there knowing that I've got a $1 million account behind me, and now I'm trading for pennies. Like it's so counterintuitive. It's like turning around saying you have a Ferrari and a Porsche in the garage, and someone gives you a Honda Accord, and they're like, hey, you want to drive the Honda Accord? And it's like, yeah, it's fun for the first few minutes because it's like, yeah, it's a Honda, but because you know what you have in the back, but you don't want to ever really drive it again if you don't have to. No disrespect to Honda Accord owners, but I mean, it's just when you level up, that's the reason why you leveled up, so you don't have to do that anymore. That's where I always sort of get confused. Is I went through that grind. I grinded in that area like 5 years ago. Why do I have to subject myself to that horror again? That's where I look at things. I mean, we call out profitable trades here, I would say 80% of the time on the live stream. I mean, if you sat here and you just managed your risk accordingly, even though people aren't supposed to copy, they do. I mean, I get messages in my DM every day saying, thank you for that trade, thank you for this, thank you for that, I'm making money. I mean, that's sort of what it comes down to. I mean, doing a $600 demo account challenge, I mean, I don't know. If I was really, really bored, I would do that, but I'm not. In order to have followers, you have to be relatable. Well, why does LeBron James have 1 million followers? He's not really relatable to other basketball players. Do you trade London session? Nope, because I'm sleeping. That's the other thing too. People think that I want followers. If I wanted followers, I would have 100,000 followers. Since Raja already has 55,000, and he started after me. So that should tell you something.
Yeah, my followers just came. I really started noticing followers once it got to like 20,000 plus.
Followers on social media can benefit all your business ventures. Yeah, not really, because then you get a whole bunch of trolls who hate you and build websites about you.
Ted, man, you got a guy that really hates you out there.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. There's a guy in the UK. He's out to kill me.
God, what a psychopath!
Yeah, he really hates me. He's created I think there's 4 or 5 troll accounts now they've created. They've created a private chat room, which I'm actually in, and they talk to me directly. And it's funny because what they'll do is, what I'll do sometimes, and Rakeel does this as well, is we'll say comments in that chat room to rile them up, and then they'll post it on Instagram. It's actually really entertaining because I'll say things just to get them really pissed off, and then they'll go ahead and post it. I think we had a discussion the other day, and they were just so angry. But that and the fact I had a troll call me. I gave him my phone number, and he called me. You know, he yelled at me for 30 minutes on the phone.
Oh damn! What was he saying?
That I am the Instagram standard, and I have to do things according to his way, because if I don't do it according to his way, he's not inspired enough. So what he wanted me to start doing was he wanted me to start posting my bank statements when money hits my account from my withdrawals, so people can be inspired that the money's coming into my bank. So I said to him, I said, that's a real big privacy issue, and it can get me into a lot of trouble. Well, he's like, well, you're already showing that you do withdrawals. You should just show it goes into your bank and everything else. I said, and that's why I asked him, I said, why do you need to see it in my bank account? I mean, I can show you my bank statements. And I did. And then he got mad at me because he says, these are photocopied. I'm like, well, yeah, because the bank I deal with, when they scan the statements, they had to send them to me. When I asked for statements, they print them out and they scan them to me and they send them to me via email. And he's like, well, this is a fake bank. I'm like, no, it's an international bank. It's just, they're not like a huge conglomerate that has like multiple offices around the world, so they're not exactly looking to produce color scanned copies. I mean, I can electronically I can check my account online, but I can't print statements. It was just, yeah. And he got really angry. He says, you're not inspiring me. And I said, why do I need to do something to make you inspired? Like, do you not wake up in the morning? If you're hungry, you eat food? Like, does someone have to tell you to eat? And for 30 minutes he just yelled at me, and then he just hung up on me. And then he messaged me about 600 times in my DM saying that I was a fraud. So I'm like, all right, cool.
How old is this guy?
He sounded like he was in his early 20s because he was talking about having a future girlfriend and a future family. So
young guy.
Yeah.
People are such losers.
Yeah, it's funny.
People
Like he
from
wanted
others to
to
do stuff for them.
He wanted to see your things to inspire him. Yeah, it's good.
You're inspiring me, man.
Yeah, but that's what he said to me. He said I'm not inspired, and then he got mad at Rakeel. He started bringing Rakeel into it. He's like, well, Rakeel only trades on TradingView, and I'm like, no, Rakeel trades on MetaTrader. He uses TradingView because it's easier for everyone to see the chart and the explanation. Well, why doesn't he just put up his terminal? I'm like, he doesn't have to do that though. He shows it afterwards. Yeah, but people need to know when he does it. I'm like, but they do know. No, they don't. I'm like, okay. I'm like, have you been on a live stream? No.
Wow.
I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, why would I?
You know, I honestly wish I was in the medal making business because I would send one to Ted and I'd send one to Rakeel for putting up with dickheads.
But it's just entertaining because I really try and help people, and you know, we sit here every morning, and that's what he asked me too. He says, so why do you sit in the live stream every morning? I said, because we enjoy trading. And he said, well, if I had millions of dollars, I wouldn't be trading. I'd be traveling the world. I'm like, well, we can't really do anything right now. And I said, you don't know what I do in my private life. I don't discuss the things that I do outside of trading because it's private. Like, I do a lot of things I don't talk about. It's not necessary for me to show off my life, because that's what someone else said too. They're like, well, show us all your cars. I'm like,
you want to inspire broke people for sure.
Yeah, but I'm just like, that's my private life. I mean, that's like me saying, you know, like, take pictures of the food I'm eating. Like, why? I'm having a yogurt. It's on my desk right now. It's a Source 0% cherry yogurt. Like, I mean, it was just really weird. But I really see where their anger comes from, because it's like they don't get what they want. So because they don't get what they want, now they're angry, and it's like, okay.
Well, I mean, if you don't get what you want, then you fight for it. What the hell? You don't go on a temper tantrum and talk about other people and what they have and don't have. It's just stupid.
This guy sounds like all the liberals in the United States now.
I think people in the UK just have anger issues.
Well, he was from the West Coast. He was in the Northwest in the U.S.
Oh,
Northwest.
But people are just dumb. I mean, even now in this lockdown, people are going out and licking their hands and then rubbing it all over fruit and vegetables. I mean, what? These people should be muted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them. I mean, one guy that did catch corona, so
They put something in the water too for everybody. Here you go.
Like the other day, I posted my income, and someone told me. So someone said, "So why don't you post your trades?" I'm like, because I don't post those stuff. I don't even have to post those stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I rather post my losses than my gains.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do it because everyone posts their gains. I'm posting my losses. What more do you want?
Yeah.
Well, you're not a real trader then if you don't post your gains.
And it actually I logged into my actual bank and I showed them it was an actual bank. And it was like, well,
honestly.
It's so stupid.
Oh yeah.
People are so retarded, man. You can never please people, but I could care less.
Yeah, I just, at the end of the time, you know, you sort of look at things and you know, sometimes I'll talk to people and you know, people always say, why do you entertain them? It's because sometimes, you know, I literally have nothing to do, and you know, maybe there's a rationale or a reasoning that you can come to, because a lot of people will type very aggressively through the internet, but then when you get them on the phone, they you know, they're very calm, right? Because now you're just going to sound like a lunatic if you're like just constantly typing and not having a like if you're trying to talk the way you type, so you're not going to have a proper conversation. And a lot of people have been like that. Like I've gotten, there's been people in the city here that have been very angry, and I've gone to see them personally, and you know, after like an hour, they're like, wait a second, I feel bad, like I apologize, and it's no, it's okay.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because that's the reason why I'm doing one-on-one sessions now, because I'm bored. I don't have anything to do now. So like, I told people like, take this initiative, because what I'm giving you is free gems basically, and it's speeding up your learning curve. Like, I don't have to, like, Ted does it for free when I'm not Ted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rakeel does it for free. I'm not Rakeel.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
You
what people
know?
have to remember too, is like, you know, yeah, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But I mean, there's always people, you know, there's always people, there's multiple ways for you to learn. There's multiple people to learn from, because one person's charging and one person's not, or this person charges this or this person charges that. It comes down to what you're comfortable with. I mean, it's a perfect example. You can go to a fine dining steakhouse and eat a $200 steak. You can go to Golden Corral and have a $5 steak. Maybe you like Golden Corral. I mean, I like Golden Corral. I went to Golden Corral when I was in the States. You know, it was $11 for a buffet. I enjoyed the food. Would I eat there every day? Probably not. But for $11, you can't go wrong. I mean, you know, all you can eat fries and pieces of steak, a hamburger. You can get some chicken, fried chicken, stuff like that. Yeah, it's a great meal for $11, right? I'm not going to knock Golden Corral, but I'm not going to sit there and eat there all the time. So, I mean, when people look at trading, you know, and they look for assistance, I mean, don't knock other people because they're charging this or they're doing this. It's like, what are you comfortable with? And does that person resonate with you? That's the biggest thing. When it comes to mentorship or it comes to learning FX, it's like, who do you resonate the most with? You know, like Kavan, he's a very good trader. Some people would resonate with him and they would learn from him, and then they would get mad at me. Meanwhile, Kavan's learned from me, right? So like it's the same thing. Like people like Rakeel, but they don't like me. And it's like, well, I taught Rakeel, right? Like it's really who you resonate the most with. And I don't take offense to that, because both Kavan and Rakeel and like a whole bunch of guys are out there every day providing great value. That was the whole purpose of building a trading community, is to have so many different options for people to go to and learn and enjoy themselves and be able to work at that level. It's not, I don't care if, you know, people don't like me. That's not relevant. It's, you know, are you learning and are you doing the best for yourself? That's what matters in life. It's like, how are you doing? Don't worry about me. I'm good. Like, worry about yourself and get to that point for yourself. That's the bigger picture. Once you start to realize that self-awareness of like, hey, I got to do this for myself. I'm not doing it for Instagram. I'm not doing it to show other people. I'm just doing it for myself. Your level of self-awareness goes through the roof, because now suddenly you're like, hey, I just made, you know, $100 to pay for my cell phone, or I made $50 to pay for food. Like, that's self-awareness. It's no longer social media. It's just knowing what you need to do for yourself.
Yeah, that's so true. This guy's like, you shouldn't charge people to learn how to trade. So let me understand this, right? The 10 years I put in, I should give it to you for free, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're coming, like, people are crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, someone tells me that I studied psychology. I didn't study psychology. I never studied psychology in school. I studied finance and law. I remembered you considered quit IG for a while because a lot of people spamming and threatening you. What made you still keep going? There was more people that wanted my help than anything else. Can you do a face reveal? Oh, I'm Instagram Live all the time.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, people said they've never seen Ted. I'm like, he's on Instagram Live at least once a week, or probably twice now.
Face reveal.
Let's go.
How can we donate to this channel? I don't know how you donate to this channel. How do you donate to this channel, Rakeel?
Yeah, we don't accept donations if you don't know how to do that.
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna head off. Oh yeah, you can donate by liking the stream,
Yeah,
Yes.
liking the stream and recommending a friend.
Yeah, like and
I guess.
subscribe. Yeah.
Just liking and subscribe, I guess.
Yeah. Oh man, Gigi just ranged all morning.
Yeah, it's a terminal range.
Oh, someone sent $2. Perfect. Yeah, basically all this money YouTube forwards it to a non-profit something. It goes to some non-profit.
All right, guys, I'm heading off. Have a good day, all right?
Alright, Stephanos, you too. Take care.
All right, everybody.
Take care, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
All right.
Take it easy.